Day 24, story 24. Damn, it feels like forever since I've last done one of these. I think the last one, we were traveling out to the United States, I think the last video I did. Maybe we're already came back, I don't quite remember, but it does feel like forever, which is crazy to think about because it's only been, I think, a month. It's the last one. It's when you start thinking about momentum and how if you consistently work on something every single day, kind of gets easier. There's inertia or there isn't. For example, working out. I know a lot of people sometimes find working out to be incredibly difficult, or they can't seem to get the feeling or the motivation or the inspiration to go out and just get it done. So made me think, because there's some days where I feel like that way. There's some days where I don't feel where I feel like I don't want to work out today, or I don't want to run today, I don't want to take these boys out today. And it made me really start thinking, well, where is this inertia coming from? Where is this resistance coming from? And again, I'm only speaking for me. I think it's just the idea of it, because once you're actually doing it, you're like, oh shit, this is like fun. This is not that bad. I feel sometimes that way being in the gym, even though sometimes it does feel like it is pretty bad. Come on, Finn, let's go. It does feel that bad. But I don't think I've ever done something and then felt worse afterwards. Or if I did feel worse, usually it's because there's some frustration or something that happened that wasn't quite what I expected. Like, for example, walking these guys, especially out here in the woods. For some reason, there's a lot of stray dogs out here. And there's been a couple times where some of these stray dogs have attacked us. I've gotten bit. The dogs have gotten bit. And luckily, everyone's been okay. But usually it's when stuff like that happens. Again, you don't expect to go out for a dog walk and to get attacked. But again, we've shaken it off. If anything, encounters like that have actually honestly given me more of a sense of like confidence or reliance or self-reliance. But it's like I don't worry about that, even though that's something that most people would be like, oh my god, it's so terrifying. Like I don't go out into the woods and then worry about that. So then I think, where is this inertia coming from? If I'm not worried about that, then where is this resistance coming from? Where is this resistance being created in my mind that sometimes I just don't feel like going out and taking a hike out in the woods? Like even just to walk up here to the woods today, like fuck, had a breath, my back's hurting, my legs are hurting, my body's aching. Again, like probably because I just came back from working out as well, so maybe it's that, but my body's just like, no, this is not something I want to do today. I'm not feeling it. However, as you can see, come on. You can see springtime yet, however, branch didn't make it. That one's broken. But it's still snow. And if you're into that, there's a beer bottle as well. So there's some homies out here partying. Check this out. Someone actually made an igloo out here. Shh. Isn't that crazy? Come on. So like I was saying, just the idea of momentum or this inertia that sometimes feels like it's stopped me from doing something, even though once I actually do it, it kind of just disappears. I do wonder where that comes from. I wonder if that's a evolutionary thing, and I wonder why. Because it is a weird thing, because sometimes I'll feel it for things that I actually enjoy. Or say like, I enjoy it, but it's still a frustrating aspect to it, and that's writing. I'm sure a lot of writers probably feel this way. They'll get writer's block, where they feel kind of stuck when they sit down, get to the task of actually writing. There's that resistance, there's that block. And I'm not quite sure who said this, but they're saying something along the lines of like, if you ever feel that resistance, or if you ever feel that inertia, that's like a clue for you to go ahead and just barrel through it. Go ahead and do it. Go ahead and do it, because that inertia is actually what it's what keeps you from your potential. It keeps you from these abilities, these skills, these things, knowledge about yourself that you didn't know you had. So when I think about that, I think about, come here, stop, no. I think about places where I feel inertia, and when I do feel it, I try my best to go and do it. Again, I don't succeed every time. There are some days where I'm just like, not today, not feeling it today. So today was actually one of those days, again, doing this video, because I haven't done it in such a long time, that I felt that inertia, that I'm thinking, fuck, I gotta take these dogs out, I gotta go out there and do it. But again, now that I'm here doing it, it's not as bad. Hey, stop. Come on. No. So here we are, 24. Got 7 more of these to go. So if I can knock them out one at a time for the next week, even though it took me longer than I expected, there's still power in knowing that I was able to do it, knowing that I succeeded in my original mission, even though it took me longer than I expected. It wasn't consistent. That's okay. At least I did it. I completed it. So I think today's video I'm probably gonna keep short, just because I want to focus more on the hiking with these dogs. Because as you can see, no more snow. It's all melted. Spring is here. Still a couple spots where they got the snow, but for the most part, most of it is gone. I mean, spring is here, a lot more green. This ground, you'll start seeing mushrooms by the tree roots. You're still seeing them burst up. Oh, this will be a turnaround spot right here. Go on. Turn. Go. Turn. There you go. Yeah. That's a first. Usually no one ever out here on these trails. So maybe there's something going on. But again, another way, it's a really nice day outside. There's something about having 6 months of winter. Again, it's not a brutal winter. It doesn't snow all the time. But a good chunk of those 6 months spent in the cold. And now that most of that is gone, this transition, this cycle into spring, it's like, oh, the sun feels amazing. The smell of dirt is just, it's amazing. And something, again, living in the city, you don't experience unless you're in a city that has snow, that goes through the 4 seasons. It's just, it's different, man. It's different being out here. And it's beautiful. It's incredibly beautiful out here. I think probably one of the biggest things that I really appreciate about just being out here in the woods and doing stuff like this, you realize how little you need to just be at peace. Not necessarily being happy, because I think the more and more that I've thought about this, or just talked with friends, listen to other people about their life stories, seems like everyone's trying to be happy or find happiness or move towards happiness. But the thing is, I don't think that's how it works. I think the more you move towards it, the farther it is out of your grasp. It's like you're reaching for something, and the harder you reach, the more and more it goes, pulls it just a little bit away from you. Because being out here, again, I want to say every single day I wake up happy to be here, but I do appreciate just being here. I am grateful that I'm just here, and that gives me a sense of peace when I'm trying new things. I mean, whatever it is I'm doing in my daily life, right? Everyone always thinks they have to go travel and do all sorts of crazy extreme shit to be happy, or they compare their lives to someone else's life, and they see how they're not living. And knowing how you're not living creates like this void, or this sense of like you're not happy. And to me, that's that's weird. That's bizarre, because how do you know that they're happy? How do you know that they're at peace? You don't. All you know is you see is the highlights, and other people have talked about this on social media, or some of the more famous YouTubers and the vloggers. You don't know, like, you can see the highlight reel of their lives and their experiences, and you can observe all the cool shit they're doing, but you don't know subjectively how they're experiencing it. And I think that's the most important part. And for me, just something as simple as this, like, though it's not crazy, it doesn't seem like a lot, literally just using what I have. It's fucking free. All I'm doing is walking through the woods with dogs. You're literally just walking through the woods, right? It's as long as you have legs and you're not paralyzed or disabled. Most people, at least the standard American, or anybody really, any human being, can just take a walk out in the woods. It doesn't cost anything. It's completely free. You just gotta show up and do it. Come on, let's go. Come on, let's go. This makes me happy. There's a sense of peace when I do this. There's no like trying to strive to be happy and just forcing something that's not already there. Because one of the things, again, that I realized is leaving LA, living here in the mountains, all this COVID shit, everything shutting down. For me, I'm sure other people have experienced some a lot harsher. For the most part, it's given me a more deeper and more fulfilled way of being. I feel just more at peace than I ever have in my entire life. I'm more okay with things don't go the way I didn't anticipate. I'm okay with like the daily humdrum of life, daily rituals, of washing dishes, making food, taking out the trash. Like, if you think about being tired of your life, those extreme experiences, those crazy experiences, those novel experiences, unless you're always seeking that or always doing that, everyone has to shit, everyone has to piss. If you have a dishwasher, you know, you don't have to wash dishes, but we don't have one yet, so I hand wash a lot of the dishes. Everyone does laundry, everyone has to wash clothes, everyone has to scrub the toilet, wash their shower, like all these little things that are seen as not glamorous, as not exciting, as not novel, as not they're seen as not worthy as experiences of where you can find fulfillment. To me, that's sad, because most of your life, I mean, unless you're just graduating college, getting your first job, I mean, you unless you've been working since you were like in your teens. I have a friend who she's been working, she's 14, she's been supporting herself since that age. And crazy, but mountain folk are a different breed up here, man. Different fucking breed. I appreciate that about them. They're very reliant. They're on themselves. They don't wait for anybody. They just do shit to survive. Unless you've already started that, I mean, most kids in the United States will go, some of them will go to college, get their first job. That reality, again, everything's been so new. They've been taking care, unless for the most part, again, some people are different, but David Foster Wallace kind of was touching upon this in his speech. Fuck. This is Water, I think is what it's titled. I'll put a link down below, but he mentions that when going to a grocery store, seeing the cashier there is frustrated and having other customers take out their own life frustrations on her, that gets her upset, and she's there because she has to pay bills. Like, I think a lot of people, you're there because you have to do certain things. Come on, let's go. And he's touching upon this thing about the daily things that you do in life, where I'm sure some of the older folks already know this. It's just like, fuck, sometimes it's a grind. It's a fucking grind. And sometimes a lot of those experiences are not seen as places where you can be fulfilled. And again, I'm the same way. Sometimes when I am at work, I'm just like, I don't want to be here. Sometimes you deal with certain people and you're just like, there's no amount of money that someone can give me for me to sit here and tolerate some of this stuff. But you do it, you know? You try to be good to other people, even if they're not good to you. So having that kind of mindset for the everyday boring shit of life, if you can keep that sense of peace, the shit you don't like doing, the shit you don't find exciting, the shit that you're just like exhausted of doing because it's been boring you, it's just you're tired, like how the fuck do we have so much laundry we gotta do again? I just did laundry, these dishes, cooking food, like fuck, I gotta feed this fucking flesh machine every single day. That's why eating out's so popular, right? It's easier, it's convenient. But cooking meals every single day, waking up every single day, fucking having to fucking take shits every single day, having to go pee every single day, like all these things that all we human beings have in common. I think if you can appreciate those moments, you can appreciate just taking a piss and enjoy it. If you can appreciate washing your dishes, doing your laundry, I think it puts you in a really good mindset, or rather I should say in a really good state of being, where experiences are now like, instead of something to have to reach to be happy, waiting for the next moment to be happy, there's no reaching, there's no striving anymore, there's no trying so hard to fucking get somewhere. It's, I'm here. Why can't I enjoy this? Why look, why isn't this peaceful, you know? Why do I always have to create some future state where I think I'll be happy or I'll be at peace? So again, out here in the woods, maybe it is something about being in nature that kind of makes it easier to get into that kind of state of mind. It's just like, fuck, it just feels good to be out here. It feels good to just exist, to be at peace with existence. There's nowhere else to be. It's just, look at this. I've never really felt that in the city. Moments of it, sure, but here it's like, despite all the noise, the distractions, the shit that I think I need to go do, the stuff that work I get stressed about, the side things that I got going on, it's just all this other stuff, right? Getting stressed about it, getting frustrated about it, my partner, whatever it is. Between all that, right? All those ripples on the surface of a body of water. Underneath it, it's calm, it's peaceful. Being able to tap into that and feel that, just every time you tap into it, feel more grounded and more stable. It's a beautiful feeling, man. It's a beautiful thing. So just want to share a little bit, day 24. Say bye, my friend. And Calvin. Yeah. Story 24. Love your life. It's the foundation of everything. Peace.